what are the tools that you need to effectively work from home or working remotely. Hi, my name is Ken, and I have been working remotely or working from home for close to 3 years right now. In my previous video, I've talked about how do you work with other people even though you're working from home, because no matter what you do, what you work as, whether your own business or whatsoever, you still need to work with people. And I've mentioned 3 very good points on how to work with other people, and I'm going to discuss all the tools, one of the components there, what the tools that you can use in order to work effectively with everyone, with people, and work effectively from home. This could be applicable for business owners that's working from home, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, or maybe some employees that just transitioning from being offline, working at the shop, and working from home. These are some of the tools that you can use. So the first, I'm going to break it into categories so that I'll park the tools in the certain categories so you can see for yourself which one that you can use. And this is actually based on my experience, how I started off and what I do just when I start off. So the first thing that is very important when you work from home or work remotely is communication. So you need to have a communication tool. When I first started, I started just using Facebook. Let's just say in fact one of my first businesses, one of my first clients, I got them from Facebook. So the discussion is done by Facebook Messenger. We communicate through Messenger, even through, after that we transitioned to Skype. So Skype is another software where you can message each other. It's a messaging tool. You can message each other, and you can even do calling as well, video calls as well. And then after that, when the team get bigger, we move to Slack. Because Slack, you can have folders and things like that. It's easier to manage in terms of communication with other team members and also other projects that you have. So that's the communication tools. The same communication tools can be used for video conferencing tools. So video conferencing tools that I use is like Skype. I started off with Skype because Skype is quite easy when it's one-to-one. So you can immediately share screen, you can see what's happening to there. And then after that we move to Slack. So using Slack is quite interesting, because when you do video conferencing with Slack, you are able to scribble when other people are sharing their screen. You are able to scribble with some pen and things like that, so you can see colors. So it's pretty cool. For others, I did not really do it. Maybe there's a setting whatsoever, but for Slack, I do it quite often where you can just join other people's page and you can see the comment in case they cannot hear you. The quality are quite good as well using Slack. And also another video conferencing tool is Zoom. So Zoom, as if you were to follow the world news right now, Zoom stock market is soaring. It's because during this period, a lot of people go into Zoom. But bear in note that Zoom is not free. What I mentioned now, Facebook, Skype, Slack, they are all free. Of course, Slack there's a premium version as well, but it's free to use to start. Zoom also is free for the first 2 times when you use it. They'll give you the unlimited time. But when you go after the second time, the third time, fourth time, you need to have, they will limit you to 40 minutes, and also there's a limit of participants inside the software. So if you want to use Zoom, you can buy the premium version. Of course, the premium version you get to go on for a very long time, and also you can have more participants, like 100 over. I've been to Zoom calls where there's 100 over people. Like I've been to Toastmasters meeting, also there's over 100 people in Zoom. Yes, everything is moving digital, even in Toastmasters. So talk about communication tools, video conferencing tools, and now another very important part is how do you manage your workflow. Because work comes in, sometimes you don't know what's the KPI, what's the work that you have to do. When we first started, of course, using Slack is good enough to tell us things, and also Skype, Slack, all the messenger tools is already good enough to tell. But when the volume gets big and we get more and more clients, so things need to be more organized, and that's why we need to use project management tools. So the project management tools that I suggest here, they are both free. Of course, they are free in a certain limit. That after that, you need to pay. So the one I use that I quite like a lot is Trello, because it's by card system. So you can able to put into different columns, and then you can drag the card drag the task. For example, when you finish, then you drag. So this one you need to explore yourself because it's by card. It's easy. It's just like when you have a big whiteboard and then you paste sticky notes on it. So it is the same concept, just that it's in digital form, which is Trello. Basecamp is a bit different. It's all on list and checklist. So when you go down in the software, you see everything is in list. So there's a lot of checklists that you take and things like that. So it is better Basecamp for you to store more information because you can do by projects and then you can have all the information stored there. So it's easier for the information management in compared to Trello. But it all depends on what you want to use. If it's used for just for the task management side, I think Trello is good enough. And of course, they have the paid version for things that you want to do more, or if you want to have more people in the team. The next, which is very important, is also for email and things like that, I use Gmail. And then for the hosting of the files and things like that, I use G Drive because it's easy to transfer and it's easy to manage everything in one place. And if I do stuff like typing and writing and calculation, usually I use Microsoft Office. And if I need to send this to customer, I will usually convert, for example, Excel file to sheet file, Google Sheet, PowerPoint to Google Slides, or Words to to Google Docs. So I'll just convert them and then I send the file over. And the one thing about the Docs, Slides, and Sheets as well is that you can edit real time and the other side can see it. So when you do conference call, you edit, you can see it. Yeah, that's very long on the information on this, but it is a tool that you may have to explore because most companies are still using Microsoft Office. I mean locally in Malaysia. That's where I am from, and that's why I have the tendency to use Microsoft Office. But when you look at those creative agencies, those even for overseas, a lot of them, they are already moving into G Drive. So it depends on your preference. There's no right or wrong. It just depends on how you want to use it. Another important tool is used for note taking is Evernote. I use Evernote a lot when I write my speeches, when I take like notes when I was walking around, because Evernote is free. You are able to link Evernote with your phone and your PC, so you are able to link two things at one time. Only two. If you want more, they have to pay. So whatever I type there, I can read it in my phone. Whatever I type in my phone, I can read it. It's similar as Google Docs. However, opening it is hassle. Opening Google Docs is a bit difficult compared to using Evernote. So I use Evernote to have all the notes, whatever reference, whatever thing I see, I use Evernote. And next is schedule. For schedule, for example, you have some appointments, call appointments, meeting appointments, all this can be done by Google Calendar. I don't use Google Calendar. I personally use the calendar that's in Windows, and then I just link the Windows to my Google Drive, so it can link. So whatever I type inside my computer is linked to my Google Calendar, and Google Calendar is linked to my phone. So all the notification, they will happen. So all this linking can be done very easily. You just have to check when you check the calendar in your Windows, and it's there. Another software that I want to recommend is, because my task is as a digital marketer, and sometimes I need to access to people's computer when I want to, for example, set up Facebook account, right? If possible, I don't use my own PC, because if you create a lot of things in your PC, Facebook may try your IP and things like that. It's very difficult. So it's better if I use their account. So sometimes I use this software where you can log into their computer, and you can control directly the movement of mouse. You can control directly their computer using your computer. So this software is called TeamViewer. It is free not for enterprise. It is free for personal use. Just use it as you see fit. For most major corporations, they have VPN. It all depends again on what you use. So for me, I use TeamViewer. And last but not least, the final tool that I use to have me relax and not to say relax, to get me calm with the mood, is Spotify. So Spotify, I'm sure most of you have heard of the ads on Spotify. Even if it's not, let me just iterate for you. Spotify is a music playing tool. It's free, where you can just play any music. But if you use the free version, you have to listen to ads, which is a bit irritating. And that is the reason why I subscribe to the paid version of Spotify. So with Spotify, when you do work, you can enjoy doing your work with music. And I hope all these tools will help you. So let's just recap. I talked about the communication tools, video conferencing tools, project management tools. I talked about email tools, working tools, note-taking tools, scheduling, your schedule management tools, access to other people's computers tools, and also last but not least, an entertainment tools, which is Spotify. And I hope this information will help you. Again, all the details also is written in the description box, so you can go through them and just use accordingly. And hopefully that this helped. And if there's any questions or anything you want to comment or ask, feel free to drop in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And I see you in my next video. Bye bye.